Imagine this. A company imports critical components from overseas. Suddenly, port congestion happens. Supplier delays start. Raw materials stop arriving. But surprisingly, the company continues fulfilling customer orders smoothly. How? Because they strategically placed something called a decoupling point. In this video, we'll cover what is a decoupling point, why companies use it, how it works in real supply chains, difference between push and pull flow, real-world examples, relationship with DDMRP and inventory buffers. Let's start. What is a decoupling point? A decoupling point is a strategic position in the supply chain where inventory is intentionally placed to absorb variability. Sounds complicated. Let's simplify it. A decoupling point acts like a shock absorber for the supply chain. It protects downstream operations from upstream disruptions. Without a decoupling point, any disruption immediately affects customers. With a decoupling point, inventory buffers absorb the disruption. Simple definition. It separates unstable supply from customer demand. Why supply chains need decoupling points? Modern supply chains are full of uncertainty. For example, forecast errors, supplier delays, transportation disruptions, demand spikes, production variability. Now imagine a company sourcing materials from another country with 45-day lead time. Customer demand changes every week. Without protection, the company will constantly face stockouts, production interruptions, late deliveries. This is why companies strategically place inventory at specific points. Those strategic locations become decoupling points. Important insight. A decoupling point is not random inventory placement. It is strategic inventory positioning. Decoupling point in different supply chain models. 1. Make-to-stock, MTS. In make-to-stock systems, inventory is positioned before customer order arrival. Decoupling point. Finished goods warehouse. Example, FMCG companies producing soft drinks, packaged food, detergents. Maintain finished goods inventory close to customer demand. 2. Assemble to order, ATO. Standard components are stocked, but final assembly occurs after customer order. Decoupling point. Component inventory stage. Example, computer manufacturers storing motherboards, CPUs, memory units, before final customization. Free make-to-order, MTO. Production starts only after receiving customer order. Decoupling point. Raw material inventory stage. Example, industrial machinery manufacturing. Real-world example. Let's take an automotive example. An automobile manufacturer imports semiconductors globally. Lead time can exceed 20 weeks, but vehicle production cannot stop. So the company maintains strategic semiconductor inventory at a regional hub. What happens here? The regional hub becomes the decoupling point. The semiconductor inventory place there acts as decoupling inventory. Now even if suppliers face delays, vehicle production can continue temporarily. Key learning. Decoupling points improve flow stability, responsiveness, supply continuity. Push vs pull flow. Decoupling points are extremely important because they separate forecast-driven operations from demand-driven operations. Before decoupling point, operations are usually forecast-driven. After decoupling point, operations become customer demand-driven. Important insight. This is why decoupling points are heavily used in DDMRP, lean manufacturing, agile supply chains. Role in DDMRP. Demand-driven MRP, or DDMRP, uses decoupling points extensively. Traditional MRP systems often create nervousness, excessive dependence, of forecast amplification. DDMRP solves this by strategically placing inventory buffers. Instead of protecting every stage, DDMRP protects critical strategic points. These are decoupling points. Goal of DDMRP. Reduce variability, propagation, improve flow, increase responsiveness, reduce operational chaos. Benefits of decoupling points. Major benefits. Better service levels, reduced supply chain nervousness, faster responsiveness, reduced disruption impact, improved operational stability. But there's a catch. Poorly designed decoupling points can create excess inventory, capital lockup, obsolescence risk. So placement must be strategic. Conclusion. Let's recap. A decoupling point is a strategic position where inventory is placed to absorb variability. It helps companies protect operations, improve responsiveness, stabilize flow, reduce disruption impact. And in modern supply chains, competitive advantage is no longer about minimizing inventory everywhere. It is about positioning the right inventory at the right strategic locations. If you found this video valuable, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. Join our membership. You will get to break down supply chain problems and their database solutions with real-world frameworks every week. Till then, keep optimizing. Thanks for watching.